Well, I certainly am enjoying my tour around the grounds here at Butchart. There are beautiful gardens to see everywhere. We're up here attending the Garden Writers of America Symposium in nearby Vancouver. In fact, there are lots of other garden writers out here in the garden right now, and I see Felder Rushing over here taking some notes. Hey, Felder.
Hey, Steve. I am taking a lot of notes.
Yeah. Isn't this a beautiful place?
It is a fabulous place. And I want to say it'd be easier to grow things in, Victoria, Canada than it would be in Oklahoma or the Southeast, because they got a little bit nicer climate here, it seems like.
Yeah, I've been looking around this area and I haven't seen the crepe myrtles, some of the hardy phlox and some of those plants that we grow a lot. Just doesn't get hot enough
well,
up here.
You're right. They have to have little greenhouses to grow tomatoes and peppers because it cools down. And that's one of the big reasons when people go to gardens around the world and see things that they want to bring back to Oklahoma. Some of them don't grow well because a lot of these places cools down at night.
Sure.
And here in Western Canada, it cools down a lot at night. Oklahoma, hot all night long, and that causes a lot of these plants to have problems.
Okay, and even the colors here, because of the distance of the sun from the earth, the colors just look different.
The greens, the blues pop because the sun is at such a low angle because they're so further north. It seems like the colors just pop better. And these same plants back in Oklahoma, the blues would be a little bit more faded, for example. So things look better here, but they're not any better than you can grow in Oklahoma.
That's right, and we can grow some of the plants that they have here back home. I can see some plants back here that look familiar.
Goldenrod.
Yeah.
Now I wouldn't want to call that a weed, but it grows all over Oklahoma, all over the South, all over North America. But you go to nice gardens like this, and they use our native plants like the goldenrod, the phloxes, so many of our native plants, and they pull them together with some other really good plants that we're familiar with, and they pull them into a composition where it looks like they're just nice plants, and they are.
Okay, so we can take those plants that perform well for us, mix them in with other good-looking plants, and we can have a garden with a good display. Maybe not like this, but folks back home in the South.
No, Steve, you can have a garden like this in Oklahoma if you choose good plants. Some of these won't do well in Oklahoma, but a lot of Oklahoma plants won't do well here. The trick is pulling them together, like you say, in a combination. Instead of looking at plants as being native or whatever, just look at them as good plants.
Good plants.
And if you got, nice spiky goldenrod and some frilly ferns and some coreopsis and things like that, they're not wildflowers. They're really good cultivated natives, and they can be just as good looking in Oklahoma Southeast as they are here if we just use them.
Okay, I agree. We can have gorgeous gardens in the South.
Well, I'm taking notes because I want to see how they use some of our plants in nice combinations, so if I do it back home, I'll look smart too.
All right.
I got to tell you something though. I know I'm going to take just a second to say this. The reason we're here for the Garden Writers Association is because you and Kevin and your program just got the top videographer award in the country, the best produced gardening program in the country by the Garden Writers, and I just want to say I'm proud to know you.
Thanks a lot.
I got work to do. Y'all get back to work too.
All right. Thanks a lot, Felder.
You bet.
Good to see you.
We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. You can also find more recent videos on our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.